I think we're live. All right. Who do we got? We got Vince, we got Deanna, we got Zach, Retro Buffer, Frank, BC Rich, Vamps, Guitar Q, Green Meanie, Gary Davlin, and Anthony, Noise Bloom, David, Strat CPO, Fretless Ed. What's up, Chris? What's up, Fiesta? Yeti Matzi. We got Matt. Head Baker. What's up, dude? Wishing a jazz master showed up on Monday. Listen, Santa respects your wishes, but not this time. It might be the complete opposite of the jazz master. It's like the metal slave. What's up, Frank? What's up, Eric? Ambrose? Speaker! What's up, dude? Speaker and I were hanging out the other day. We had quite a day, including waiting around in the car for, what was it, 90 minutes? Eventually. I swear, I got a good feeling about this next 20 minutes. What's up, Brian? What's up, Jeff? What's up, Pasquale? We got John and Prega. Funny Ass Guitar Guy, Ian's Guitar Shack. What's up, WGJ Cooper? Hope you're doing well. I'm okay. I literally just woke up. Fell asleep in my chair. I was friggin' knocked out. We had to be up super early this morning. What's up, Coldacre? Andrew? Tony? What's up, dude? BC Rich? Herb of Fireside Studios? And, GRB? Anything nice on the way for Christmas? Not really. It's been, probably not. Sort of my big gift was the Chinese spy camera, but that didn't work out. I feel like I'm out slightly. I just tuned this up again, and it's pretty new. Well, that's good. That's good. Well, no, a little bit. Oh. That was it. My G-string was loose. I hate when that happens. When I go like this, like my butt clenches. And I raise up in my chair a little bit. That's called playing with your entire body. Listen, no one will tell you this, but Hendrix had amazing buttocks that just channeled all that sound. Exactly, it's the brown note. All right, I'm waking up. What's up, Johnny? Exactly, that's the clincher riff. the clincher. Oh. I saw that there's going to be a new Zeppelin documentary. Sounds like about how the band started, right? How the band formed. It seems like that's the... Exactly, the butt tones. Would be a good name for a band. Speaker was throwing out some great names the other day. Cool looking. Yeah, that documentary does look interesting. This is their standard blend. I didn't drink a ton of coffee today because we were out of the house most of the day. If Henderson were alive today, he'd probably be playing a Strat. You know, you might be right on that. As odd as that sounds. How you guys doing? Yeah, very, very, very friggin' long day. It was a good day, though. It was a real good day. We, my wife's aunt actually passed away. You know, of course, you know, we're getting up there in age, and, you know, that generation before us, you know, they're passing away at an alarming rate. And so she went to the wake with her dad, but there's no way he could have gone to that funeral because it's at this big cathedral, and it was all stairs, like there's no ramp, and there's no way he could have got in there. It would be really tricky for him to go up those stairs. So I went this morning. We went up to the funeral services, the mass, right? What a cathedral, though! My God, that was quite the place. And you know, it's funny because you're sitting there sort of waiting before the services, just sort of looking at it, and like sort of behind the altar and in the front, and they have the whole, you know, sort of everything up there. They have these stained glass windows that sort of go around the whole thing. And the stained glass windows behind it, you could see, like up in that right corner, the sun coming in like crazy and just lighting that up. We're almost to the winter solstice. You can imagine that, you know, because the sun would be way more left, right, than where it is. It's coming way too far to the right. It'll be way more in the other direction. You could just imagine that coming. Whoever put that in there, they literally got the placement of it right so that the sun would be streaming in behind them in the morning. Yeah. You know what? It's another generation. You know, we didn't really hang with that side of the family, but you know, a ton. But they were at our wedding, and we did see them, and, you know, they came to her mom's funeral. And so it's like, of course you're going to go. It was a bit of a drive, but it's like an hour's drive, but whatever. And we got up there nice and early. So we had to leave early. It was about 15 degrees this morning. So, and my car, of course, is in 4 cars in the driveway. I'm all the way up front. We had to move everyone's ice cold car, get out of there, and then head up. And I thought the service was beautiful. The guy, they had this guy sort of like playing piano and singing, and what a voice. I mean, damn, that guy, he could, and angelic, he sounded so good, you know, as they went through the funeral mass. It was really good. Just a beautiful service. And then yeah, and then that was over, and we wound up going up to, if you're from this area, you know, it was a little bit of a drive, but it wasn't too bad. We wound up going up to the Roundabout Diner, if you've ever been there, in New Hampshire. And it was really good. Because our normal diner is closed, and we didn't want to go all the way up to the main diner. That's too far. We went up to the Roundabout Diner, and it was really good. Thanks, guys. So we, it was good. You know, it was like, you know, as I was telling my wife as we were leaving, you know, because, you know, she was teary, and I just said, hey, that was about as good a send-off as I've ever seen for anybody. You know, what a beautiful, the whole thing from start to finish was just amazing. And she was like, you know, yeah. Oh, who do we have? Ambrose. Oh, my God. Ambrose. So you've decided to throw your life away. Shame. Shame. Shame us. Oh, my God. Kind of works. Welcome, bro. On a happier note, the Strat looks killer. It does look killer. And the diner was amazing. So, you know, we wound up making a bit of a day trip out of it. It was nice. Yeah, welcome to the dark side, right? I mean, it's just something about a Strat. Yeah, that sounds a little loud, huh? A little bit. It does sound good. It looks good too. You know, but I'm a sucker for Strats. I always have been. I'm a Strat guy. I do like the Strats. Which is crazy because my first nice guitar was a Les Paul copy. You'd think I'd be all in on the Les Paul shape being my first guitar and all. But no, I moved to the Strat. Wait, hold on. You have that right there? You know, usually your first guitar is a very informative, you know, very influential. You would have thought I would have owned more Les Pauls over the years, but I kind of switched to the Strat about a year later, and then it was all Super Strats and Super Duper Strats, Super Mega Strats. And I never really got back to the single cuts, you know, for years. Yeah, 24 Les Pauls. Yeah, see, that's with me with Strats. And and the Super Mega Uber Strats. Thank you, Retro Puffer. See, you forget all the levels. Yeah, let's see your first. What did you have for a first guitar? An Aldegas Les Paul copy. See, my first guitar was the Aria ES335 copy. And then I got the Ibanez Les Paul copy. That had DiMarzio super distortions in it too, so it was pro ready. It just didn't have a pro playing it. That took longer. A lot longer. Don't forget the Super Double Secret Strat. Oh my God. Didn't we say not to talk about that? What's up, Dwight? The Stratzilla. I had a Hondo Black Strat. Yeah, so a friend of mine had a Hondo Les Paul Custom. That probably influenced me to get the Les Paul Custom style guitar. But mine, it was an Ibanez. Yeah. Fender Lead 2, you know, those were big around that time. Lead 2 would have been, was it 81? 80, 81? Was it as early as 80? I forget when the Lead 2 first came out. I might be thinking of the Lead 1. I go back to the Lead 1. First guitar was a PRS SE Custom 24. Nice. About 5 years ago. Nice. A bass, a Hondo 2. Sure, Hondo 2. Hondo was a big brand, you know. When your parents walked in, you were like, hey, how about this one? And then your parents were like, how about the Hondo? Dad likes that Hondo price. You have a Rockster. Oh my God. 84? No, when did I get that Ibanez? I got that Ibanez in 1980. And then I got the Strat in 81. Yeah, same here, Ogerlid. My true first real guitar was an Ibanez. Now, some would say that Aria was decent, but, oh, man, it has not held up. And, you know, when you just look at the quality of that compared to the quality of the Ibanez, I think the Ibanez is definitely a cut above. Without a doubt. How old was I in 1980? 14. So I got the Aria in 74 when I was 8. And I played that. I sort of moved off the acoustic that I had started in 72 with the nylon strings. I moved to steel strings. And that was in 74. And then I kind of stopped and slowed down playing like 78, 79, but I started to rekindle interest in like 79. And that's when I was all hot. I just did not want to play that aria. And I said I need a new guitar. And I found the Ibanez. First guitar, Strat from J.C. Penney. Oh my God, I can just imagine. It's like getting a Sears guitar. You were 16 in 1980, yeah. 82 here. You're 2 years closer to death, yeah. At least 2. First is an SG copy with no name. That was my acoustic guitar. It might have had a name, Cameo, but it was garbage. It was really bad stuff. First guitar was a 92 PV Predator. You know, you could do worse. You could do worse, bro. First guitar was a cream-colored Telly from the 70s. Got it because you saw Clapton playing one. Right. See, for me, when I saw the Ibanez, I was like, oh my God, that looks like Randy Rhoads. That looks like his Les Paul. But what amp? I had a Supro. The first Supro I had was a little black one. And then all of a sudden that went, and I had a new one that was bigger. I forget if it had 2 speakers, if it had 1, I forget now. But it was bigger, and it was blue. It had that blue sort of like, you know that blue look that they have, very 60s. Born in 1980. Jeez. He's just a kid. Started with an acoustic too. Yeah, we could have had an electric. My parents got an electric somehow, and the teacher wouldn't have it. He was like, nope, acoustic. And it was that Cameo with the nylon strings. And yeah, and then I had the Aria, and then the Ibby, and then the Strat, which, talk about a disappointment. So I have the Ibanez, right? So I have a stop tailpiece, right? Basically a hardtail with a rosewood fretboard, and with this, and humbuckers. And I'm looking to get, a Strat that has single coils, a tremolo, and a maple fretboard. But of course, the guy probably wrote RW in the ad, and I had no idea what it meant, right? HT, and I had no idea what it meant. So I go to buy the Strat, I show up, and it's a rosewood fretboard with a hardtail. It's probably worth a few bucks now, right? It was a 72 or a 73. Of course, when you buy it in 1980, it's not that old, right? Like buying a guitar from 2018, 2016 now, right? And so, I got it anyway because I just loved it. I just wanted a Strat so bad. And the single coils was enough of a change. And the bottom line is I was going to go, no, let's hold out for another one. If my dad was willing to buy it, we drove all the way to South Boston. I was leaving with that friggin' guitar, and I did. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, Speaker, how many great albums came out in 1980. Just a lot of really good albums. Parents did not know you had to have an amp for an electric guitar. I know. Yeah, well, that's the other reason why I think he didn't want it. He's like, the amp, he goes, it's going to make you crazy. Just have him play the acoustic guitar. That guy wasn't having it. And as a matter of fact, when the first one broke, my dad brought home a steel string acoustic, and he said, no, go find the nylon one. And we did. He went out and got the nylon string one, a second nylon string one. First was a 66 Tiesco Del Rey. Man, those were a thing. Learned the Detroit Rock City solo on a PVT 40. Man. But at least it was a PV, you know. I feel like with a setup, you know, that's actually not so bad. PV Predator was your first real electric. Fender American Strat, always the best, especially with Texas Special pickups. I'm just a fan of the Strat. I just, you know, I think the blade switch is freaking genius. You know, when I don't have a blade switch there to go back and forth like that, that's why I think I like the new Kramer better than even my old Kramer, because the old Kramer has the little switch. You have to be more careful with it, where this you can just bop, bop, whack, whack, forth, bop, 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 you know. It's just so much easier. And you can just do it so quickly, whack, whack, you know. Again, just using this pickup and this pickup, right? But it's pretty good. You just get used to it. And then, of course, it moves up here with the Les Paul, and I'm like, oh, shit, that's right, it's up here. It throws me. I was like, I just moved from Windows to Mac. I'm like, ah, shit, how do you right-click this thing? Yeah, Back in Black, Ace of Spades. BV was using CNC machining for their necks in the 1980s. Ibanez was one of the first companies in the late 70s or like 80. They went to CNC. How did that go again? What's that? Which tune? The Motorhead tune? That one? How many of you still have your first guitar? I do. If you Ambrose, now that you have the membership, I have a members only video that shows all my acoustics, including my first one. Prepare for yourself for the site, because it's pretty bad. Yeah, that one. It's this E chord. Is it easy to show you here? Maybe? Yeah. Right. And then you hit a G. That's just up in the E area. And you just double stopping it, just grabbing a couple of those. You want to end on that E though. Something like that. And then it's it. I do love a Strat. You know, yeah, it is a nice maple. I like this. You gotta have one maple. My Charvel's a maple. Gotta have at least a couple. My other Strat, is a maple. That's why I have to get that bumper sticker. My other Strat's a maple. Nelson says Guitar One was a Sears Harmony. I killed that guitar. Was the next Epiphone LP Plus? Yeah, those Sears Harmonies. I think that was the original one I had too. Electric. I totally forget it, but it was heavy. Of course, you're a kid. Everything's heavy. And it had like a thin body. It was solid body though. And I could have sworn it said Harmony on the headstock, which probably was from Sears. I would not doubt that. And I'm sure my parents, knowing my parents, they bought it at a yard sale. If a 12-inch radius and all your Fenders. Now, I kind of like the 12-inch radius. This has a 12-inch radius as well, I believe. It does make for easier lead playing. So. Yeah, I don't think Leo actually created the Strat. Didn't he have a designer do that? I forget the guy's name. But they went through a few prototypes. They were trying to make a more ergonomic version of the Telly. And so the plan was, like, cut it away here for, access, up high. Like the blade switch. Again, all ergonomics. Bevel away the edge here. A lot of thought went into it, but I forget the guy's name. But it wasn't Leo Fender. I think Leo did the Telly, but I thought he brought someone else in to do the Strat. And then, of course, CBS ruined it by changing the headstock size, which became sort of like a bit of a cult favorite, fan favorite, the oversized headstock. But compared to the body, it was, it was a typical 70s overreach. Yeah, Dave's got it right. Bill Carson. That's who it was, Bill Carson. Are you a fan of the Dave Murray signature with the Hot Rails? Thinking about getting one. I've never played one, but I'm sure it's really nice. So when I think of Dave Murray, I think of the two humbuckers, right? With I think he had the pickup rings on. I forget now. Did he have a pickguard with pickup rings, or did he have? Yeah, let's look up that Dave Murray Strat. I feel like he's had a couple of styles over the years. You saw Nico. Oh yeah, see now there's a more traditional looking. Here's a more traditional looking one now. Yeah, right. Like this one here. Right. But I think of this one when I think of him a lot. That with the pickup rings, right? The double humbuckers. Yeah, right there, like that. When I think of Dave Murray, that's kind of the guitar I think of. But then again, I'm old, So, you know, that's the early Murray years. But that was... Did he play a Les Paul? Huh. Did he ever really play a Les Paul? Holy shit. Or they just say, hold the guitar up. I don't think I've ever seen him play an LP. He's always kind of been a Strat guy, no? Yeah, so no, there's the more traditional pickups right there. Same with right there. Right, there's the hot rails. Again, more of the rails like here. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't think of that. I kind of think of this one. Right? Spandex Murray. Not leather Murray. Spandex Murray. Yeah, fan of the overhead side. Yeah, I saw my nicest Strat has got the oversized headstock. And my first Strat was the oversized headstock. You know, that was sort of the, you know, it was the style at the time. Right? That was the modern look. Not this old, you know, this was your grandfather's guitar. But then, like all fashion, it changes. Steve was watching on TV, can't comment there, so you're talking about Strats, I gotta get in on this, I hear you. Yeah, I've always been a fan. You know, I tend... It doesn't have to be, but I tend to like a humbucker in the bridge. That to me is your most versatile. And single, you know, single, double. Some like double, single, double. They say that that's the best one, especially if you have a coil cut. I guess, I don't know, there's something about a single coil in the neck that unless it's a true single coil, it never quite the same. You know, I think that's sort of the best of both worlds. Having the humbucker and then the two singles. But again, your mileage may vary. Right? It just depends on what you had for breakfast that day. Yeah, when Dave and Adrian played Ibanez Destroyers. Oh, yeah, those are the early years, right? Real early. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and who else was playing the Destroyer? Was it one or two of the guys in Def Leppard? Spandex Express, yeah. Yeah, Murray wearing the white members only sleeveless. Oh, I know, God. Like there's a classic Murray photo right there. The guitar, sleeveless shirt. Don't need no stinking sleeves. There you go. Classic Murray. Can you play Maiden on a Strat? Probably not. That's out. Phil Collins played a 3 humbucker destroyer. Yes. Before he went to Jackson, he was an Ibanez guy. All right. Yeah, Jeff Leonard. Exactly. Spandex Ballet. RG guy, myself, have a black Prestige. Yeah. RGs are nice, I tell you. In '88, I friggin' fell in love with that new RG line. Again, a Super Strat with a blade switch. It all makes sense. All right, hold on. I got to check this tuning. It's pissing me off. That's not bad. That's good. That's good. It's a little bit. No, a little bit. That's better, I think. Do a theremin style. Yeah, and the guitarist in Twisted Sister, J.J. French, and the other guy. Oh, other guy, and other guy's wife. You're the best. Sounds out. Wait, is this loose? No, they're good. Holy shit! That's you're pissing me off here with the tuning and the what's going on here? That's actually a little flat. That's good. No, a little bit. Now they all want to go flat. Just because you're bending notes like crazy, now they all want to go flat. What is wrong with you? I might have to lube the nut. I'll do it. We'll do it live. And right there. Exactly, new strings, new guitar. Oh, you might be right. Is that the guitar player or is that the bass player? But yeah, you might be right there, BC Rich. That does sound correct. It was one of the other dudes. Yeah, Hamer for Willis. You know, Hamer had quite a lot of artists playing their series back then. They just couldn't keep their act together. And then the next thing you knew, they were sold, right? Bass player was Mark Mendoza. Look at you. You're like a sisterologist. Mendoza! Sounds like a character from a bad like action movie, spy movie. No, you die. Is it? Oh yeah, the drummer died. Oh yeah, that's a bummer. So they're gonna do a Cars biopic for the Cars, and I think it's I'm trying to think of who's playing Rick Ocasek. Is it Adam Driver? Or is it Adam... I forget now. Let me see if I can find any info on it. It's getting caught up with the stupid Disney cars. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. But I heard, it might be, I don't know if it's Adam Driver or Adam. I don't know. I'm trying to think now. Is it really? Yeah, allegedly it's Kylo Ren. Yeah. I get caught up with that other Adam guy who was in, who looks nothing like Rick Ocasek, which is the Adam that was in the a cappella movie there, Pitch Perfect, right? That dude, I can't think of his name. The guy with the line of sports sandals. Adam something. But he doesn't look anything like him. Adam Driver looks like him. You could see him playing Rick. You know, they look similar. Cars played Hamer, and the Cars played Dean. You know, they played Dean guitars for a short period of time, but they were so big at that period, so many people remember them as being Dean players, even though it was very short-lived. Adam Devine. Thank you. Yeah, Adam Devine. But I'm like, my wife was like, I think it's Adam Devine. I'm like, I doubt it. He looks nothing like him. That would be a casting from hell for makeup. I suspect it's going to be Adam Driver, who looks kind of like Rick. Yeah, then Elliot got into Gibson, and he was playing mostly SGs, Les Pauls, things like that, Tellys. In fact, he had a custom SG in his, you know, he was a kind of a Gibson guy. Eventually, he just got into Gibson. But for years, you know, they were, all kinds of guitar. A lot of Dean. And like you say, Hamer, too. I can see Rick holding up a friggin' Dean Cadillac. I can see both of them playing MLs, you know, and Zs. I'm telling you, they were a Dean for a little bit. Oh, Edison had the greatest collection of lefty guitars I've ever seen. Right, crazy rare Fenders. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, Adam Drive is what I'm saying. Yeah. That, from a casting standpoint, that makes a lot more sense. Drones or UFOs? I know that story is kind of taking the news by storm, huh? I'm going drones. People are saying they're definitely drones. But in a very real sense, they're UFOs because they've been unidentified. Someone will shoot one down. Ben Orr had an Explorer-shaped Dean bass. Yeah, I ran into the cars at Newbury Comics. Their studio was across the street on Newbury Street. And they would go into Newbury Comics, and and when they were on break, and you'd see them in there. And it was friggin' Amy Mann behind the counter. Oh, what a time to be alive. Thoughts on the new Bob Dylan biopic? It seems to have some promise. It'll be interesting. Who's playing? Is it Charlemagne? Who's playing him? Is it Timothy Charlemagne? Do. There was one I was looking at. Is it here? Nope. Nope. I don't. No, I don't know where the hell it went. Where'd it go? Oh, this one. Yeah. I was fooling around with the, So if you're fooling around with like, what is that, from Diver Down, Dancing in the Streets, right? Or is it? Right, something like that. Yeah. But this doesn't the volume. I would need a better guitar, more output. It's not. Right, like Sweet Child of Mine. It's like Sledge. It's like Slash meets The Edge. Something like that. The action's a little high on this for that tune. The truth is, you can only play that tune on a Les Paul. That's just science. All right, hold on. Where was my... What a difference, huh? Behave. That's actually a pretty decent tone. I'm going to stick with that for a little bit. Try Sire Strats, yeah. If I talk myself into keeping this Strat, nah. A 76 during a blizzard. I saw in the penny saver classifieds a Fender. Yeah, all it said, found out the owner wanted a 125, but I only had 110. Immaculate 67 custom Esquire. Wow. I don't think there's any push pull on this, is there? Oh, there is. That's right. So that's the bridge and the neck. Right. Versus the bridge just by itself. Taking a tour of the guitars. You know, Speaker and I went to Guitar Center. And we went to Music Go Round. I can bring up a couple of photos if you'd like. Let me just take a look here. All right. So this was at Guitar Center. There's a Boogie. Not bad. A little pricey, though. Dual rectifier. That was a Strat. Not a bad Strat. That was an American Performer. I think it was over $1,000, though. I want to say it was $12.99. Remember how much that was, Speaker? That was like 12. Was it $1,200? $13? I forget now. It was a decent. Was it under $1,000? I forget now. That was like a. They called a Ventera the 50s, which the pickguard, that would be correct. The color's a little off though. They never really did that color. It almost looks like a mashup, right? 60s Lake Placid blue with the 50s, 8 screw pickguard. But what this had going for it, kind of had a bit of a flame maple neck going. The picks aren't really bringing it out, but it was quite flamey. It was kind of nice. And that's just random. That doesn't come with flame neck. That one, God, this thing. What a beast. It was an LTD. ESP. That thing. The EMGs. You poke your eye out, kid. Look at that thing. What a maniac. That was the guitar I really liked. I thought that was the best looking guitar in the place, and it was on sale. Normally $27.99 down to $22.50. But the top on that, this photo does not do it justice. I think I took one more photo of it. Yeah, a little closer. Yeah, no, trust me, that was quite the looker in person. Real nice. And it's full on book matched. You can see this match here to that over there. You know, you can really see it line up. No, it was nice. And of course they offset it slightly. That is the proper technique. I don't know, it look real nice. Real friggin'. That was, of all the guitars in there, I thought that one was just like, wow. Kind of a bit of a showstopper. This was over at Music Around. And it's not this, it's a different series. I want to say this was, I forget now if that was like a traditional. Does it say standard? Does it say standard up there? It does. It says standard. So maybe this was what was it? 2018 they did away with the poker chip. For like 1 year, they did away with the poker chip. Pretty recently, then it came back. You know, mix things up. This one has a lot more purple in the finish though than that other one. Way more purple. Get the purpley. That was a Music Man. Is that the Petrucci? It's something. No, it's something. And then it had this nice PRS next to it. That's pretty cool. And then they had, this is all Music Around. They had, that's an 87. You can see it's got the right logo. That's the pyramid logo. That is correct. And it was real mother of pearl inlays. That's like an 87 Beretta. As we say around here. Crema Beretta. But that was a decent guitar. Not too shabby. And then what else do we have? Oh yeah. The PV double neck. The Hydra. Look at that thing. Yeah. Oh my God, it's like a friggin' spaceship. They had a Roland JC120 too. That was pretty cool. And this was very interesting. They had a Steinberger ZT3, and if you look close, it's got a trans trem. You don't see too many trans trems out there, right? It's pretty, don't find a ton of them. So it was very interesting that actually had a trans trem. I don't think this is like the OG trans trem though. If you look up this particular trans trem, you can only do a whole step. I believe the other trans trem, which I think is larger, has more of a range. It can do a step and a half. So, kind of weird, right? I don't think it's exactly the same as the original trans trem. But it's, you know, that's a rare, that's not, you don't see these around all that much. You don't see too many Steinbergers with the trans trem. You know, that's pretty rare. And I forget, $14.99 or like $15. It wasn't it wasn't under $1,000, but it wasn't like it was $3,000 either. It was, I want to say, $13.99, $14.99, something like that. Unfortunately, I don't think I got a pic of the tag. And I think that's it. I think that's all the photos. And I bought a couple of magazines. They had a whole bunch of old magazines. And I picked up a couple that I knew I didn't have. And I was like, oh my God, they have that friggin', look at that. That's crazy. I picked up a couple. I could have spent, you know what, I could probably go in there and for those guitar player magazines I don't have, probably offer them $50 for like the entire box. Like, I'll take all the magazines for $50. Because they're between like $3 and a lot of them are $3, a lot of them are $5. And there's a few that are like, $10. But that's not very many. What's up, Sassy Cat? Favorite guitar 2024? I don't know, but I'm going to be giving it some thought because I have a video coming out about the guitars of 2024. So I'll be giving it some thought. So the next video for Guitar of the Week comes out Monday. And then Guitar of the Week is off for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, because I'm doing the end of the year, and then it's sort of the start of the new year, and I think the next one after that is January 13th. So it'll be a little break. Oh, Chris, look at you. Gifted 5 memberships. Who do we have? Dave McLaughlin. Tahoe. Jason. Fluid Sack. Mr. Crowley. Shane. Shane. Exactly. A best and worst. I don't really do the worst though. It'll be more like my favorites or whatever. We can go back and do a retrospective. Check them out. But probably keep it positive. Not so much the worst, but just sticking with the best. Or the ones that really stuck out to me. The list may surprise you, or maybe not. Probably an open friggin' book. Do your worst. I always wanted to say that. Dublin, Ireland? 1 a.m. Yeah, sure. It's up late. Yeah. Have the fear after drunken work Christmas party last night, and I can't sleep. You should be worried. I don't want to, give more anxiety, but we have already all heard about what happened. Ugh. Ooh. Yeah. Oh no. Monday is. Ugh. It's gonna get ugly. Living for the bell. Well, now you have access to the bell emoji. If you hit the SFB, you can get to the bell. The worst hardware requires acting. You know, I was thinking about that the other day. I forget how many people are on Apple. You know, because they're like, well, what device do you boot and you don't log into? I'm like, every PC I own, I log in with a local account, not an online account. Are you forced on a Mac to log into your iCloud account? Yeah, we don't have that. We don't have that. If I bought a Samsung phone and it showed up and I booted it up brand new, it would boot. It would say, do you want to log into your Samsung for like a better experience? And I could say, skip. Log into Google for a better experience. Skip. And get right into that. It wouldn't be the most functional phone. If you had an active SIM card, you would be able to make and receive phone calls, but you wouldn't be able to get into the Google Play Store. But you could use it. You could use it like a glorified MP3 player. It would actually work, you know. But I don't think there's an Apple device out there that does that. They're like, no, you don't get to use this without logging in. We have to know. We have to know your every move. Is your year-end pick sponsored by Donner? No, Donner, they have a new guitar coming out. And they want to meet up at the NAMM show. I might actually be playing at the NAMM show. There's been some talk. A lot of Fesley talk lately, yeah. Oh, my God, Speaker and I, we brought that Fesley single cut to our friend. Like, hey, check out this new guitar. He's like, yeah, cool. Yeah, I just bought like an Ibanez Iceman and a Gibson Les Paul. And we're like, oh, well, Jesus. I'm feeling bad about my Fesley gift. Samsung's 10 years old, still unplayed. Still uncracked. Nice. Good for you. Still using an Apple IIc. Damn. Gonna have pyro on your stage? Well, of course. I mean, do we even have to say that out loud? Of course we're gonna have pyro. And of course the, you know, what's up, dude dancers. You know, up there. Of course. Of course. I'm not going to lie. Most of the prep will be choreography. Fender Gibson will be at NAMM, but only talking to show and the dealers, or I'm going to bust right in there. Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm a dealer, see? Yeah. Hello, I am Miguel Sanchez from the Joey Jojo Shabadoo Jr. store in Anytown, USA, 00000. Steve, are you using a Wi-Fi extender in your residence? No, but I do run 3 separate Wi-Fi access points. One on the first floor, one in the attic, and then one out in the backyard to make sure I get full coverage. And, you know, I use Ubiquity, Unify. It's pretty good stuff. Well, yeah, you got the Fold. You like the big screen. I have heard that Apple has looked into the Fold, and then they'll come out and they'll say they invented it. Yeah, they're like, at the same time the Samsung Fold 7 comes out, they're going to be We invented the folding phone. Of course you did. To be honest, the camera, the early footage I shot with it has been a little disappointing. I mean, not that I'm keeping the camera anyway, but has good low light performance. I'll grant it that. Like, it brings out low light areas better than, you know, my phone, you know, on its ultra wide screen. But a little mushy on that image, not the sharpest image, because I think it's using a shit ton of noise reduction. Now I have heard that they have a high bitrate setting, and I just turned that on, the high bitrate. So I'll see if that makes a difference, moving it to high bitrate, and see if that makes for a better. Because a lot of people were saying it was mushy, then like, oh, that went away when I went to high bitrate. So I'll see about that. I'll see if that makes a difference. But so far, when I compare it to my, you know, ultra wide lens on my Galaxy phone, I have the S23. The S23 certainly doesn't bring out the low light areas as well, you know, without a doubt. But the one thing that the S23 can do that the Action 5 Pro can't do is focus closer than a foot away, or a third. I think it's actually about a third of a meter. It's like 13.6 inches or something like that. It's actually kind of far away, so you never can quite get up to like really good detail with something. The Samsung can go up to like 1 centimeter away, which, no, I'm not going to lie, pretty close. So you can bring out all that detail. The close focusing on it is so much better. You know, it actually has close focusing where the Action 5 Pro just simply does not. So, you know, in the end, I don't know that I even would have kept the camera even with all the stupid activation bullshit. I think I'm going to watch the new Joker movie on cable. It was a bust, right? That movie was a flop. A flopola. And same with, what was the other big movie that came out that was a mega flop? Metropolis or Megalopolis or friggin' something. It was a mega flopolis. Yeah, once you go fold, you can't go back. Yeah, I'm sure. Does it have two screens? It's got a screen on the inside that opens up, and then you have a smaller screen on the outside, so you don't even have to open it if you don't want to. You know? Last Saturday went to Alice Cooper's Christmas pudding fundraiser. Oh, that's nice. Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, Tom Morello, Jimmy Eat World, Gretchen Wilson, Country, and of course Alice. It was awesome. Yeah, I'm sure. You know, it's nice to see the the charity work. It's always nice. You didn't get 30 minutes into Joker? Uh-oh. That's not a good review. You want to talk about terrible movies? You know, it was on today on HBO, which I'll always watch when it's on because it's just so bad. Is Batman and Robin, the last one, and right? Is it Joel Schumacher was the director, and it's the Clooney one. Clooney with Arnold. Ice to meet you. I have a cold heart. It's like the worst dialogue ever. It is so ripe for Mystery Science Theater 3000. That's like, I've never seen a more MST 3000 friggin' ready movie. Exactly. That's why we treasure awful movies, because without them, we wouldn't have MST 3000. I have to say, those guys who they sort of broke into two clans, the sort of like Trace Beaulieu and Frank Conniff and Joel, sort of went in one direction with Amy. Is it Pohl or Peel? And then of course Mike and was it Ken? You know, and Bill. They went right and did riff tracks, which they do a lot more movies. It is pretty amazing, like just how many movies they've done, and I think they've even done like pretty modern movies like the Star Wars series, and I mean, it's ripe for goofing on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier about the drones. Yeah, I think one's got to get shot down and gone over. You'll figure it out. If it's registered, there's probably something on it to identify it. And if it's got a cam on it, you can pull out and see all the cam footage, including maybe the guy who launched it. So, at some point they'll get one. Went to see the 89 Batman on opening day. I didn't go on opening day, but I went. It opened on Friday, and I went Saturday. And it was so jammed, and people had snuck into the theater. And there were dudes who couldn't find seats, right? Because some people had snuck into the theater. And so they're either going to go around. So what they wound up doing was bringing out a couple of chairs for the people. And I thought they were going to start going around checking tickets, which was fine. I had a ticket. But, yeah, no, it got ugly. And then the theater was so packed. And then the dude behind me, like, fell asleep. He started kicking my chair, and I looked back. I was like, what is he doing? Like kicking my chair. And I look back, he's out like a light. And his girlfriend wakes him up, hey, stop that. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh no, I didn't know what was going on. She's like, he was like out. She must have dragged him out to it, and he was like dead tired. He was out like a light. Yeah, that was opening weekend for the 89 Batman, yeah. Which was hyped, I feel. That was one of the first movies that I've ever seen so much friggin' hype over, right? Like, you saw the hype a good 12 months early. I had never seen quite the same hype for a movie than I saw for the 89 Batman movie with Michael Keane. The Dark Knight was the last time you went to a theater? Yeah. I want to say the last movie I saw in the theater was probably Tropic Thunder. Oh, it's been a bit. I have a 110-inch screen in the attic. Why am I going to a theater with full surround, full speakers, giant subwoofer? What am I doing? I can feel this is stuck on my foot. I don't wear it. Jesus Christ. Come on, you bastard. There we go. Oh, better. I'm gonna stretch my foot out. There's a movie theater near me that got closed. Apparently, modern cinema and the rat infestation. I saw that story. I think what happened was a woman reported it because she saw a rat running down the aisle, and they went in and checked it out, and they're like, "Oh no, you got a rat problem. You gotta take care of this." So they cut it. They shut it down. They're probably gonna have to pull the seats out and pull the rugs up and replace the rugs. You know, it's gonna be a that looked like it's gonna be an expensive repair. They have to do rat remediation. I mean, we could stick with this sound. I could switch. I kind of like this sound, though, for a Strat. I know, exactly. Don't eat the popcorn. You got to remember, they don't pop the popcorn there. If you've ever been to a theater, the popcorn is usually, and a lot of them, pre-popped. It's in the back in giant bags, but they warm it up a little bit, and they put it in kind of a warmer, and then the butter, the melted butter, is already melted. They already have that clarified butter, and it's in basically like a 1-gallon jug. In fact, the jug, quite frankly, kind of looks like like windshield wiper fluid, right? And but it's filled with that oil, and because a friend of mine worked at the Sack Pie Alley in Boston, and we would go in there and just, we would catch. I think that's when I saw. We went in there to go see. What was that? Schwarzenegger movie. Commando. Remember that one? I'll kill you last. I thought you said you were going to kill me last. I lied. Does it get any better than that? That's some dialogue. But basically, that butter gets poured into a warmer to warm it up. And that's your melted butter. It goes into just a warmer. And just like the popcorn, it's already made, already done. They're just putting it into this warmer so you get a warm product. Last time you read it was popped in a kettle. A lot of times they'll have one out there for show, but they're moving so much popcorn, they're actually not popping the popcorn. They couldn't pop it fast enough, right? So, I mean, I'm sure you might have a theater like that, but a lot of them, it's for show. And you're really getting like a whole bunch of pre-made popcorn. Because I remember back there seeing these giant clear bags of popcorn going like, what the hell is this? He goes, that's the popcorn, man. He's like, we don't really pop it. I was like, oh, man, dude. It's like I'm behind the scenes here. Those were the hit years from Terminator, Commando, Predator. Yeah. He was on fire. And then it all came crashing down with American Action Hero? Greatest American... What was it? What was that terrible movie that, like, absolutely friggin' killed him? He even had twins come out. He was on fire. But then Greatest American Hero, Greatest Action Hero? God, what a friggin'... That one was tough. And then, I would say Arnold's one of his worst movies is Jingle All the Way. Last Action Hero. Thank you. Last Action Hero. Yeah, that really hurt him, set him back a little bit. Kindergarten Cop actually that sort of did okay. That did not hurt him. He was trying to soften his image, you know. And I would say the Kindergarten Cop and True Lies, I thought those two tried to rehabilitate him a little bit after Last Action Hero. Right? It's not a tumor. Yeah. You know what was a tumor? Last Action Hero. Yeah, Twins was great. Twins, he did really great. Yeah, True Lies was a good movie. No, True Lies and Kindergarten Cop, like, really where they really tried to rehabilitate him after having a couple of stinkers. You know. What was the one where he had some super weapon and he had to save some lady? It's pretty much all of them. What school system did I learn guitar? I had a private teacher when I was young. And then I took a lot of private lessons when I was like a teenager and into my 20s. And then everything else is sort of self-taught. Oh no, Jamie Lee Curtis. She was looking good. She was looking good in that, man. Looking real good. Yeah, Commando was good. Who's that? Ray Dong Chong? That was the female character. And I can't remember anyone else in that movie. Just those two Arnold and her, and that was about it. Total Recall was really good, though. That was a pretty decent movie with Ronnie Cox. You know. Ice to see you. Yeah. Yeah, so Alyssa Milano is the daughter in Commando, right? Yeah, I think you're right. Alyssa Milano is the daughter. Good call on that. Yeah, Mr. Freeze. Oh, God. That is so good. Because it's so bad. It's so bad, it becomes awesome. Yeah, Running Man was pretty good. Who was that? That was, oh, God, the dude from Hogan's Heroes. And the game show there. Oh, man. And, quite frankly, a Match Game. Yeah, Richard Dawson. Survey says. He met his wife on that show, right? And they stayed married. Yeah, Richard Dawson. He was great. Yeah, Running Man was good. That was an entertaining movie. Yeah, Sub-Zero is just zero now. I know, God. They're all just trying to come up with some friggin' tagline, you know? Who was it? It was, like The Simpsons, you know, Braymere Wolfcastle playing McBain, right? And, oh, God, I'm trying to think. I think his catchline was, "No, you die." Just, I mean, it couldn't be more perfectly written. Yeah, the Nicholson Joker. That was on today. Nicholson is the Joker. That's pretty bad. That's not bad. Hit Sam's Club, roasted chicken breast left over, 4 in a pack for $3. Sweet. Yeah, Jesse Ventura. So he's in Commando. No, he's not in Commando. He's in Predator. Is he also in Commando? No, it's a different dude, right? I think he's... What is he in that's so bad? Is it Abraxas? Is that the one that's like just... He plays the alien? He's like a Terminator dude? It's really bad. Really, really bad. Oh, Running Man 2. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he was in Running Man and Predator. Of course, Predator, sure. You can't, right, I ain't got time to bleed. He was like, okay. He dies pretty quickly in that movie. Penny Flag, Richard Dawson, Charles Nelson Riley. Charles. Am I seeing any drones? Nope. I'm not seeing any around here, but then again, it's pretty freaking cold out. I'm not exactly outside. It got cold. After getting crazy warm the other day, we had one day where the dew point shot from like 10 to like 60, and it poured. So a little worried about the basement flooding, but the sump totally took care of it. It was fine. I think Arnold was going to be in Abraxas, yeah. Oh, no, Abraxas is a good riff tracks. Oh, no. Abraxas. And what's the terrible ski movie with the dude from Evil Dead? It's like Point Blank or some shit. Oh God, that's also really bad. You know, and but some would say the worst of all is Samurai Cop. Samurai Cop is pretty bad. +80 with humidity today. Yeah, we woke up to about 15. I think it was 19 when we were taking the cars out, and then it got up to about 38 today. So above freezing. You ready for Christmas to be over and skip straight to string? No way. I like the winter. I'm a winter guy. I like it cold. Cooled, cubed. You like more 22 or 21 frets? You know, I don't really freak out. I know a lot of people really hate that when it's just 21. But I'm fine either way. This just got 22, right? Yeah, 22 because it's got the overhang. Night of 1,000 cats. I can imagine. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds appealing. '23, 24, whatever. I like somewhere between like 21 and 24. In LA, but we have no seasons. But a wee chilly now. Oh, yeah. It can happen. You guys can get chilly out there. A little bit. Not a little bit, but not the freezing cold that we get here. And what's crazy is how much precipitation is going on out in California. Seems like, north they've been having snow and rain, and San Fran had like a friggin' tornado warning and shit. It looked like the rain was coming down pretty hard in that game the other day, the San Fran game. Turns out. You ever play past the 15th fret? I do, but under protest. You know, there was a time when I was thinking maybe I'll just go for all 24 frets, right? Make them all even, but I have too many guitars I like that don't have 24 frets. So that plan friggin' was out the window pretty quickly. Man, I was up early today. We're up at dawn. Which for around here is 7 a.m. Do I like flying V guitars? I do. You know, I really like that Epiphone one that we had over the summer here. A lot of people thought I look good in a V. Sort of matched my outfit. So maybe we'll get a V at some point. At some point. You like film about gladiators? What's that from? Airplane, right? Oh yeah, Bruins are in town playing the Canucks. Yeah, I don't think the game starts till 10 here. I don't think I'm gonna stay up for it. I might fall asleep. Oh my god! I knew I was in trouble when I fell asleep over there earlier. I was like, oh geez, I woke up. I was like, where the hell am I? Oh, you're in your chair. Oh, you've been asleep for 20 minutes. Is it safe to let the cat chew on jazz picks? Probably not. That sounds like an expensive vet bill just waiting to happen. My cat likes to chew on these straps with the suede. Buddy likes to gnaw on them. He likes the suede feel. It's like, don't mind me, I'm just cleaning my teeth. Yeah, I'm fading fast. I need like 10 more coffees. I'll be ready for bed. Oh man. So yeah, the last guitar of the week comes out on Monday. And then we're off for a few weeks. And then it'll all ramp back up again mid-January. Just to give those guys a break, because they've been sending me the guitars, and, you know, I'm sure they would, but going to be a little bit of a break, and then we're going to come back full force. We'll talk about maybe the guitars we want to try out in 2025. Will there be a poll for Guitar of the Year? I'd like there to be. The problem is that the poll, if I do it on YouTube, they only allow 4 entries. 4. Can't do more than 4 entries. So, I got to find a way to do a poll. I don't know how to do a poll with more than 4 entries. It's rather limiting. Steve, how do I add a rig that I've added effects to over the stock rig? So what I usually do is I will copy the rig and paste it to another section, and then add my effects there. So you have your base rig you want to work on. I usually copy that and paste it into a new open blank spot, and then I add my effects, and then I can save it. Right? That's probably the easiest way. You could also save the one you already added the effects to, because that's the one you like, and then you could copy that to a new place and then just turn those effects off for the original one. You want to keep the original. The Survey Monkey still a thing? I don't know. That sounds thing's wearing on you yet? No, but I know that the last couple of weeks I'm going to be doing like year in review stuff. And then the first couple of weeks, it's sort of like I don't want them sending me guitars like the week between Christmas and New Year's. It's too much to ask for them to do that. And then the week after that is when they're going to send me the guitar, and then I have to make the video, right? So they're going to send me the guitar like the week of the 6th. But I won't have the guitar the week before that because that's New Year's week, right? It's holiday week. So I'm not going to have them. I'm not asking them to do anything for me that week. I'm taking that week off, right? And then the next week, the 6th, they'll send it to me. But then I got to make the video and put it out, which means the video will come out on the 13th. Do separate polls and do another poll with the top results. Could possibly. Oh, man. Oh, the yawns are kicking in. I'm ready for an espresso. That'll get me to able to get up the stairs to bed. Oh, my leg. Oop. No, I don't want to hit that. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. What is this? Okay, hold on. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to kill this. All right, there we go. There we go. And we're back. For now. Oh, thanks, Courtesy. Thank you. So they pick up the guitars too? They do. They do. I don't have to. The only thing I have to do, they drop the guitars off. The only thing I have to do is box them up and tape them up, you know. And then there's a drop center, actually not too far from my house. The drop center used to be a lot farther away. And luckily there's one a lot closer now. Like a lot closer. Like right down the road. So that has made it infinitely easier to drop the boxes off, you know. God, I'm on a first name basis with my FedEx guy now. It's weird with Zounds. When they ship you a guitar, it ships out by FedEx. But when you return it, it goes back through UPS. They use two different companies, depending on the way. Returns are through UPS, but deliveries are through FedEx. Yeah, now you're yawning. I know, God. It's the latest trend. Stifling yawns. Oh, God, my neck. Whew, did a lot of driving today. That was pretty far away, that friggin' funeral this morning. That was a drive. A good hour's drive. Oh, thank you, Sassy Cat. You have a great night, too. Thank you. We're going to be finishing up in about 5. say. It's made a pot of coffee. Girl lives on the other side of the world. Chat time coming at 1 a.m. Yeah, and hey, when you're 12 hours apart. The Sounds carry an MIJ Wolfgang? You know, they might, because they're a really big Fender dealer. Usually things under the Fender umbrella, they have quite a bit. Let me just take a quick look. Did you say it was called the Wolfgang? Quilting. They do. I think. Is that the guitar you're thinking of? This one here? MIJ Series Signature Wolfgang? That's actually a nice looking guitar with the kill switch. I don't like that. You know, I tend not to get guitars like this because they're just so expensive. But I could try to do more guitars like this. Right? Yeah, what is it? $26.99. Yeah. Hold on. Let's closing these out. Any particular Strat model you'd go for if you had to own one Strat? I really like my Strat Ultra. No, not Ultra. The Strat, the Select Strat I have. It's got a U-shaped neck that I didn't even realize. I was like, I don't know what neck this is, but I really like it. It turns out it's a U-shaped neck. And I really like that guitar a lot. With the channel binding and all that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I could try to get one. I'm sure they'd send me one. I try to work off of, when I can, their clearance and like scratch and dent stuff, because I don't want the pressure of a brand new guitar. Now, not all of them have been like that. Like the PRS, like NF3, that was a brand new guitar. Some of the ones that, like the PRS Swamp Ash, that was a brand new guitar because it had just come out. I think there was another guitar that had just come out and I got it. Might have been the Epiphone Les Paul Custom. That might have been brand new. But everything else I get off the scratch and dent because I don't want the pressure of having to worry about keeping it in mint condition. You know, that's why very often you'll see it. I'll leave the plastic on it because I want that to go to the dude who eventually buys it, you know? Oh, the eggnog and cat, thank you. Thank you. And the cats, thank you. You know? Yeah, thanks, speaker. Yeah, it is 9 p.m. It is time to wrap it up. It was great hanging out tonight, even though I was probably losing it towards the last 30 minutes. God, my age is kicking in. Getting friggin' old here. Oh, God, this guitar's hurting my neck. These pretzels are making me thirsty. No, you rock. Thanks to everybody for hanging out tonight. Super extra special thanks to anyone who contributed. That's always appreciated. And of course, Brofist to my mod squad. Hashtag Brofist, hashtag mod squad, hashtag where is Ben Coombs? Someday. I'm telling you, it's going to be a Christmas miracle. And there you go. I'll see you guys in a week. Have a wonderful week. Look forward to this Monday show. It's going to be a great one. The final guitar of the week of the year. And it's like wicked hot. All right. Check that guitar out. It's going to be really cool. And there you go. I'll see you guys all in a week. Have a wonderful week. And there you have it. All right. Later.